3 right now. Today, several groups are meeting at the state capitol to raise awareness for anti-trafficking legislation.
At least 8 human trafficking bills have been filed for the 85th legislative session. Gigi Barnett has more from the state capitol. Good morning.
Good morning. Well, right at the base of the south steps of the Capitol building, that's where those human trafficking groups say they're going to make their message known to lawmakers today. According to the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, about 1 in 5 kids who run away are likely sex trafficking victims. That's 20%. And Texas has more than 10,000 runaways every year. So those 8 groups who will be rallying today are strongly supporting 2 of the 8 bills this session. The first is House Bill 269. It allows trafficking victims who've been convicted of prostitution to have their records sealed if the court finds out that they were forced or coerced into prostitution. And the second is House Bill 491. If passed, it would require people convicted of trafficking teens and children to register as sex offenders. Now, the National Human Trafficking Resource Center says it received more than 300 trafficking reports back in 2015, but they believe many more cases go unreported or even underreported. Sex trafficking survivors say it's difficult to break away from, and many times it starts with social media sites.
There are predators on those online outlets, and they prey on the vulnerable. And so they just might meet this person thinking, hey, it's just a date, and could get kidnapped, or coerced into thinking, oh, this is my boyfriend, and really he's a trafficker.
And Texas accounts for almost 10% of the phone calls coming into the National Human Trafficking Resource Center. We're only second behind California. Now, if you want to attend that rally today, it is at 11 a.m. on the south steps of the Capitol building. Back to you.
Well, there's new research from the University of Texas that is shedding light on just how widespread this problem really is in this country. It found at least 300,000 human trafficking victims are being held captive. That's right now. More than a quarter of them are minors. Researchers are hoping their work is going to help the survivors, law enforcement, and even lawmakers. The UT study began its research back in 2014 with interviews and focus groups, and even web-based discussions with people who were helping victims.
Well, digging deeper on this, researchers say that human traffickers don't discriminate, but they did find higher trends in populations like children, teenagers, people who are homeless, also migrant workers, and people who are in the foster care system. We spoke with the director of the Refuge and found that the problem tends to grow around big events.
Traffickers go where the people are. They go to South by Southwest, Formula One, ACL Fest, and they go to the Super Bowl. And the reason why they're going to the Super Bowl is that's the biggest event of the year. And Houston is actually the worst city in the country for child sex trafficking. And the state of Texas is number 2 worst in the whole entire country as well.
Well, police say there are some warning signs to keep an eye out for. First, they say traffickers try to draw their victims away from their family and friends. They also buy expensive things for them and keep strict timelines of where they go.
5:37.